Good morning, afternoon, evening, as you will. My name is Brian Gryphon, and I'm recording my response to the Getting to Know Your Tarot Tuber A to Z, A to Z hashtag that Simon of the Hermit's Cave has launched a few weeks back. I originally was going to skip recording something because I don't have an active YouTube channel. The few videos I do have up aren't tarot related, and I am an incredibly shy person dealing with doing a lot of shadow work and hiding. And so I was going to skip it, and then I realized I needed to introduce myself and get over it. As a longtime photographer, I've been hiding behind the camera for a long time. So it's time to skip that. So here's my cuppa. My cuppa is coffee rather than tea, and let's pull up the list. And I'm going to try and slow myself down because when I get nervous, I talk quickly. Getting to know your tarot tuber, YouTuber A to Z. A, age. I'm 61. I will mark 62 in July and be quite happy at that. B is for book. Favorite. Favorite book, favorite song, favorite tarot deck, no such thing. What I'm really aware of these days is this particular book. We lost Howard Cruz just a few months back. The older gay people, people my age, may recognize his name from his work creating the cartoon strip Wendell, which appeared in many publications. Other people may know him more for Stuck Rubber Baby. He was a quote-unquote old-fashioned cartoonist, pen and ink, black and white, etc. I had the good fortune to meet him at Cartoon Crossroads Columbus here a few years back when he was in town and express my appreciation for his work. So that's the highlight. C, career. As a kid, what I thought I wanted and where I ended up. As a kid, I thought I wanted to be an architect. Physics and advanced math told me perhaps not. Perhaps it would have been interior design, I don't know. I worked a lot of retail, I've worked a lot of customer service, big corporations, small corporations. I'm presently self-employed. I am a photographer, graphic designer, tarot card reader, promoter of other people's work on social media, and to top up the bills, I deliver restaurant orders for one of the many apps that now offers those sort of services. D, dream. I don't dream. Let me rephrase that. I don't remember dreams. I very, very rarely remember more than a small snippet, and it fades quickly. And that is perhaps tied to repressed memories of childhood abuse. And it may just be that as I get older, waking up is a dream. E, essential item. Okay. My essential item. It's actually not the rubber chicken itself. This one is unnamed because it represents all rubber chickens. What is essential is the sense of humor that has kept me going and this walking side of the sanity line. And it's what many people I have found that are the most interesting and fascinating have used to keep themselves going is the sense of humor. So that's E. F. Favorite RWS deck. I don't own any of the RWS clones. The then partner who introduced me to getting tarot, I had a sense of what tarot was, but the person who really introduced me more fully did have an RWS deck. I think a yellow box. It was 40 years ago. I don't really remember. The first deck I got and my favorite RWS is the Morgan Greer. It's the one I use now most commonly. And so at the moment it's my favorite, although one of my newer decks that I'll mention down the list is also working on that title. Gold or silver? Yes. This one's gold, that one's silver. whatever it is good. Height. I used to claim 6 feet. Apparently I was 5'11". And realistically now I'm 5'10". Because when you get old, you shrink. Ideal day. Any day in the presence of any of my biologicals. I have 3 siblings, and they have a whole bunch of kids between them, and those kids are starting to have kids, so I'm a uncle, a gay uncle, and a great gay uncle to a whole bunch of very wonderful people. I'm very lucky. I came out in 1978 and was embraced wholeheartedly, lovingly by my family, and so my biologicals, as I call them, really are the ideal day, anytime with them. Joke, funniest. My humor is dry British wit and sarcasm, and they don't really work as a joke without the surroundings to them. So we'll skip that one. K, kids. Previous comment. I don't have any biological kids. I don't know how much is I never wanted them and how much was I just assumed that I wouldn't have them being gay. And I don't need them. I have a lot of kids in my life, so I'm good on that. L, living arrangement. I presently co-own with the bank a single family dwelling, moderate size, 110 years old, in Columbus, Ohio. I have a housemate of what Facebook likes to call a complicated relationship, and we'll leave that there. M, Marseille deck, my favorite. I don't own any true Marseille decks. The one I have that's perhaps closest to that is the medieval Scapini. This is 3 of clubs to give you a sense, or 3 of cups, sorry, give you a sense of the style. It's not true Marseille. Close to it, and actually it's one of the decks that I have never bonded with and will find the right home for at some point in the future. Let me scroll down the list. That was M-N. Nicknames. I have a few. The most commonly used one in public is Gryph, because my last name is Gryphon. So I'm Uncle Gryph and just Gryph to a lot of people. And Oracle. I have 3 Oracle decks that are First Nation traditions inspired, so they're very focused. I have 3 decks designed by Doreen Virtue in her previous life, that again very focused. As far as a sort of general Oracle deck, the Abandoned Oracle, Patrick Lenza, is really working for me. Part of it is the shadow work. It's a style of artwork I would not have purchased or acquired or even wanted to have in my younger days, and now it speaks to me. So there we have. P, passionate about injustice, meanness, cruelty, inequality, all those hippie things that I have fought against for all these years. Quote. I have a lot of quotes. Right now, what occupies my mind is the Maya Angelou quote, and it's been said a couple different ways. I'm not sure what her original actual quote was, but it's to the effect of, I did the best with what I knew, and now that I know better, I do better. And I try. Not always well. Relationship status, complicated. Season, favorite. Either spring or fall. Summer is too hot, and I don't want to lay around the beach all day long doing nothing, and I can't. And winter wasn't bad when we were kids. We'd go up to Grandma's place up on Lake Nipissing and go snowmobiling. But I got old, and cold weather just, yeah. So either spring or fall, depending upon my mood. Tarot, first and last, which really means latest, because it's hopefully not the last. The aforementioned Morgan Greer was the first deck, and third deck, so I have 2 copies. And my latest is the Deviant Moon, which is not a brand new deck, but it is one that I acquired fairly recently after having a gap in between my deck buying. You upset. Well, see what I'm passionate about above. Equality, fairness, decency, human rights, all those sort of things. Vlog. What am I most proud of? What's my most popular? I mentioned in the intro, I only have a small number of videos here on YouTube. The one I'm definitely most proud of, and one of, if not the most watched, is the promo video I did for my book, December Rose. These are photographs taken at the Whetstone Park of Roses on December 1st, World AIDS Day. A variety of roses, buds, flowers, live, dead, etc. It is a fundraiser for AIDS research and is available at blurb, B-L-U-R-B, blurb.com. And I did a promo video for it, and it is definitely the one I'm proudest of and is one of my most watched. Weakness, W, food. The wrong kind of food, too much of it, spicy food my system doesn't like anymore. I'm developing late onset lactose intolerance, and it's killing me because I've cut down on milk and I've cut down on ice cream, but I can't stop. So they upset me when I eat them, but I gotta have them. X-rated. Tell us something naughty you've done, so as to not be banned from here and to not upset and freak out the horses, as they say. No details. When I came out in 1978 and embraced gay liberation and sexual freedom, I joined whole hog, and I've done all sorts of naughty things with naughty people in places that doing them are naughty, and I'm not ashamed or embarrassed. It's mostly in my past because I just can't get up the energy anymore, but don't need to go into a lot of details, but yeah, I've done an awful lot of it. Why? Yesteryear, your favorite year so far, and why? It's always this one. I mentioned above, I, for a variety of reasons, didn't think I'd live past 40, had no reason to live past 40, and now I'm 62, so each year is a good year, and despite trials and tribulations, each one gets good. It's a glorious year to be alive, as I mentioned on a recent Instagram post. ZZ Zen, what I do to relax. I'm a city person, have to live in the city, but occasional breaks in the country are wonderful. In country, it could be out in the middle of nowhere, and it could be in a reasonably quiet city park where there's a lot of nature, not a lot of people. And short doses of that are very calming and relaxing. Too much of it makes me nervous because I'm a city boy. But some of it, yeah, some of that is definitely calming. And then, of course, there's music and a good book and, anything else that blocks out the universe for a little while. And so there you go. I'm not so much a tarot tuber as a tarot tube watcher. And there's my A to ZZ. I hope you found it interesting.